Hello and welcome to Q&N Sports. I'm Matt Pisani. The Quinnipiac men's lacrosse team has gotten off to a 2-6 start, but they have their eyes set on the postseason that enter the final 3 weeks of the season. But as far as LeVar Ball goes, he needs to stop promoting his kids. His kids are doing a darn good job doing that themselves. I mean, Alonzo Ball, again, led UCLA to where they are this season. And the kid in high school, LaMelo Ball, I believe it is, 96 points in a high school game. Shut up and let your kids do the talking. In a different direction, Jabril Peppers, it came back the other day that he tested positive for a diluted sample at the NFL Combine. He is now the second player, along with Reuben Foster of Alabama, to test positive for such a sample. Do you think that's going to impact his draft status in any way?
Is a mid-major team ever going to make a chance for a national title?
On the women's side, it's always a little bit different. You rarely have upsets. That's why this Quinnipiac run is so magical and historic. So I feel like this kind of sets the precedent. It shows that it kind of can be done. Sure, we lost by 40 points to South Carolina, but South Carolina was pretty much the only team that was projected to maybe possibly beat UConn this year.
What is our big difference?
Goaltending. You lose a guy like Michael Gartigue. He had 1.87 goals against average last season and 1.98 for his career. This year we have our two goalies doing a 2.44 and a 2.66. That's a huge difference. It doesn't seem like much, but when you're giving up like 0.75 more goals per game from one season to another, right, that's a struggle. You also lose a defender like Alex Minor-Barron, who was plus 16 and started almost 80 consecutive games at one point during his Quinnipiac career, which is ridiculous for a contact sport like hockey. So yeah, I mean, when you lose two of your best defenders, one of which is responsible for disallowing the puck from going into the net, it makes a huge difference for a team whether you think about it or not. Like, it's only just two people, it's a team sport, yeah, but it's your best goalie in the nation and one of the best defenders in the nation. So that makes a huge, huge difference.
What is our expectation going into this first round of the tournament?
Going into the first round, very good. Looking forward after that, it's kind of cloudy. Getting a team like Brown in the first round is huge. Facing them before the tournament is also huge. Not only because it's the same team twice in a row, but because we've already won 2 in a row over Yale and RPI. Yale's always a huge win. We love beating Yale over here, as you probably know.
Yes.
So having a 3-game win streak going into facing Brown again, if we dominate them and we play the way that we actually could with our talent level, we could hopefully string off a couple extra wins, and maybe we'll see Harvard or Union or somebody in the conference tournament final. And that alone for this team this year with 13 losses, I'm pretty sure most of the fans and students here would be pretty satisfied with a finals appearance. What kind of preparations kind of go into a game where both teams are fighting for a playoff position?
I think it's, for us, obviously there's quite a bit of a rivalry between us and Marist, over the last 2 years, and I think it's more about focusing on us and what we need to do to win as opposed to Marist and what we need to do or what they're going to do to try to beat us. I think it's, we have the talent, we just have to work on the intangibles of, managing the full 60 minutes and not really worrying too much about them or the rivalry.
So you talk a lot about managing the full 60 minutes. What does the team do in practice and together as just a team to try and build yourself up so you can handle the full 60 minutes?
I think it's just getting in as many game-type scenarios as you can, and on an individual level, preparing for each team and what you think you're going to see, from their coaches and their players, and get as many reps as you can and prepare as best you can. You
missed 3 games this season with a concussion. What are your emotions when you came back from those concussions, getting into the goal as a goalie? Do you have any emotions after that?
I was just trying to lead by example and put my team in the best position to win. And I'm fortunate enough to have quite a bit of experience under my belt in terms of playing, so it was a little easier to get back into the groove of playing. I've played in, I don't even know how many games, so it wasn't that difficult.
Good, because I know if I had 90-mile-an-hour balls getting flung at me, I'd be pretty damn nervous.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah, so you've heard the old adage about you have to be crazy to be a goalie. What are your feelings toward that?
I guess crazy is one thing you could call it. For me, I think it's just being tough, and not so much physically tough, but mentally tough. And if some people want to call that crazy, then so be it.
I'm like a kid in a candy store, but this game was the icing on the cake. Duke versus North Carolina. They faced off for the second time this year at the Dean Smith Center. The rivalry does not get much bigger than this. Let's get things started late in the first half. Joel Berry continued his hot shooting. He started 5 for 5 from downtown. Second half now, North Carolina up 74-71. Justin Jackson with the beautiful pass to Isaiah Hicks for the lead and the end one. UNC leads 76-71. Duke's trailing by 4, looking to get back into this one. Kennard to Grayson Allen for the triple. 1-point game at the Dean Smith Center. With under 30 seconds left, Duke needs a steal. They could not get it. Who else but Justin Jackson to seal the win? ACC Player of the Year. Tar Heels top the Blue Devils 90-83. Tar Heels take the top spot in the ACC tournament. Now over to number 12, Florida taking on Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt needs a big win for their tournament resume. Will they get it against Florida? Second half, tied at 67 with a minute 37 remaining. Riley LeChance drives and gets the layup to go. Vandy takes a 2-point lead. 34 seconds left in this one. Kevon Allen takes a 3 that would give him the lead, but he could not connect. After some missed free throws and back and forth, Florida has one last chance. Down 2. Too strong on the layup. Vandy gets that much-needed win at home.
Vin, you're an inspiration and an animal. My turn. The number 1 ranked Kansas Jayhawks riding a 7-game winning streak as they face off against Oklahoma State. The senior Frank Mason III having an awesome year. Let's jump to the second half. Mason on the break dumps it off to Josh Jackson. Hammer time. Let's take another look. Bang on him. Could be a top 10 pick this June. Jayhawks up 3. Mason again zooming up the floor, and he lays it in on the break. Kansas in control late on the road. Here's Mason yet again, and throwing it up in the clouds for Landon Lucas for the alley-oop. And the Jayhawks take this one 90-85. Mr. Mason with a stellar stat line. It's 27, 8, and 9 in the win. Let's take you out to Seton Hall versus number 13 Butler in this Big East showdown. Just over 4 remaining in the second half. Kadeem Carrington drops his defender and swings it out to Miles Powell for 3. The unselfish play ties the game at 59. Now the Pirates down 1 in Carrington to the rack with the hefty lefty lay. Show it to him. Arrgh, the Pirates have won. Vin, that's my best Pirate impersonation. You love it. Still close with under a minute to play. A broken play ensues, and Carrington again finds his fellow Jack Sparrow, Miles Powell, another one. Strapped with a musket and a handle of rum, Seton Hall upsets Butler 70-64. Let's head over to number 19 Notre Dame taking on 8th-ranked Louisville as coach Rick Pitino gets his boys ready for another NCAA tournament. Fighting Irish down late in this one, and the big fella, Martinez Gabin with the putback slam, 2-possession game. ND down 4, and Matt Farrell, he takes it hard to the cup and he lays it in. We got ourselves a nail-biter down the stretch in this one. Ensuing possession, and it is Dang Adele. Game, set, match. Cardinals seal this one at home, 71-64.
Joe, let's take a look at some of the teams that have already punched their ticket to the big dance. Iona and Siena faced off in the MAC Conference Championship. Iona downed them in overtime to get their automatic bid. Florida Gulf Coast is back. Dunk City is back. Looking forward to them. So it should be a great game in the first round, and hopefully some of those could be upsets later on.
You said it, man. Welcome back to QNN Sports. Vin, it's time to check out our top plays of the week. What do you got?
I got a tough one to beat, Joe. Barcelona down 4 points going into this game. They needed 6 goals. Let's take a look at this. On extra time, they were able to put the goal in. They just set a record. They were down by 4 points. They even had the disadvantage at the away point. They were able to get that last goal in extra time to put it away and move on to the next round.
Vin, you think your top play is going to top my top play?
Absolutely.
We're checking in on the GOAT, LeBron James in Hotlanta. The step back, the fadeaway 3, all net. Are you kidding me? Cleveland tied its own record for threes made in a game at 25 in this one. Oh my goodness, the king.
Joe, that looks like you. It literally looks like you on the court.
That's the smartest thing you said all broadcast.
So I got a what to watch for Duke versus North Carolina. They don't even play the next game. Duke and North Carolina are going to win these games in front of them, and then they're going to play together in the semifinals of the ACC championship.
Vin,
Friday.
I'm topping you again, bro. My game to watch. You could tell I can't get enough of the king. Cleveland is in Houston on Sunday night on ESPN at 9 o'clock. LeBron versus Harden, MVP candidates. Come on, that's the type of game where when they're guarding each other down the stretch in this one, fourth quarter, the crowd goes nuts. Come on, man.
Come on, college basketball is far better than the NBA.
Oh, no, you didn't just say that.
Far better.
No, you
Far
didn't
better.
just say that.